Committee on Regulatory Reform is called to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Nesbitt.
Here.
Senator Tice. Senator Johnson. Senator Lowers. Senator Vanderwall. Senator Zorn. Senator Heisinger. Senator Moss. Senator Belanky. Senator Voino. Mr. Chair, you have 9 members present. There's a quorum.
Make a motion to excuse absent members without objection. The motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the meeting minutes from the May 17th meeting. So moved by Senator Tice. Seeing no objection, the meeting minutes are approved. We will begin by taking up Senate Bill, just as a reminder, I think we'll be trying to work through quite a few bills, so I appreciate everybody's patience today. And we'll start off with Senator Heisinger's bill, Senate Bill 1035. I think if you want to do a quick introduction, and then I think you have a few guests that we'll call up. So.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, committee members. Today here to provide testimony on Senate Bill 1035. This bill fixes an issue with our trademark policy and offers Michigan businesses an opportunity to do quickly and cheaply the chance to protect their trademark. And this is something that every other state but Michigan offers. And the example is when a business registers a trademark that's part of the business name, it doesn't always necessarily work. So for example, when Rochester Brunch House LLC tries to trademark Rochester Brunch House, it could be denied. This goes back to the fact that Michigan's Trademark Act has some nationally unique wording about trade names and trademarks in our statute, language that Laura relies on when denying a trademark application that would normally be permitted by another state. And in fact, in 2021, 14% of total mark type applications were rejected due to these issues. The change to this bill is simple and deletes this usual trade name language, which normalizes Michigan trademark law with the rest of the country. And with me today is Katie and Val from Riven Oak Law, and they brought this to my office, and they're going to provide some additional information.
Good afternoon.
That's a test of a smart witness. They know exactly where to push the button. So that usually takes at least a good 15 to 20 seconds for most people. So you pass. So good job.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you. My name is Katie Dobrowitsky. I would also like to thank the sponsors and the co-sponsors of this legislation, Senate Bill number 1035. This bill helps us solve an important issue facing Michigan businesses by making them more competitive. I am a practicing lawyer with an expertise in trademark law. I've been practicing in the fields of trademark and brand protection for 21 years. I've advised clients across the spectrum, from small businesses such as hair salons and restaurants and corner stores to household names and celebrities like Sprint, Gwen Stefani, and Melissa Etheridge. I'm here today not on behalf of any client. I'm just here because my firm supports this legislation, and we are doing it at no charge. We're doing it on a pro bono basis. I am here today to talk to you about problems that are faced by Michigan small and independent businesses and some issues that our clients face. Specifically, as Senator Heisinger explained, the state rejects trademark applications where the business name overlaps with the trademark in question. So state trademark, by passing this law, or by approving this bill, it will benefit small businesses because they'll be able to more adequately and competitively protect their brands. To give you some example, many Michigan businesses, because they cannot obtain a state registration, are forced to resort to the federal system, but this comes at a disadvantage for Michigan businesses. The cost of a state trademark registration, the filing fee, right now is $50. For a federal application, it starts at $375 and goes up from there. That doesn't include attorney fees or costs. The time for a state application runs anywhere from 2 to 3 months. That was slowed down a little bit by COVID, but it's relatively quick. The federal application and registration process takes anywhere from a year and a half to 2 years. The longest ones that I've handled have been 7 or more. This bill will solve the problem and bring Michigan's law in line with every other state and the federal government, and allow Michigan businesses to register their trademark, thereby increasing efficiency and business competitiveness. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you. I appreciate your time. Any questions? Senator Moss?
Yeah, so Senator Heisinger brought this to me last week. I read through it. It just sounds so ridiculous. And we are the only state in the country that has this provision that prevents the trademark and the name from being hand in hand.
That we've been able to find, that's correct.
Okay. And I obviously you mentioned, but I'm reading that. Can you explain a little bit more about how we got here, that we adopted this model code?
So Michigan was one of, I think, 4 or 5 states that adopted the model code back in the late 1960s. It was developed by a nonprofit, and there were others that actually came about in the 70s and 80s and such, and other states adopted those codes. But when Michigan adopted the model code, it actually modified it, and it modified it unlike any other state. And you can see in the language of the bill, the modification's actually stricken. So the modification was, trademark means any word, name, symbol, or device or combination thereof, and this is the problematic part, other than a trade name in its entirety. And so the state has interpreted that to mean that Nike Inc. cannot register Nike, as an example, or that the Rochester Brunch House LLC, for example, cannot register Rochester Brunch House because the language, other than a trade name in its entirety, means that if your business name and your trademark match, you get rejected.
So I have a silly question. So for 60 years, nobody's come up with a fix to this? Well, no, I mean, not for the last 60 years. If not for Senator Huizenga, I'm just surprised that we've gotten to this point, I guess. I think probably we all are.
Yeah, but to the point, I think that the issue is that a larger organization would say, hey, we can circumvent this. We're going to go for a national trademark. And so I think what this really does is says, we recognize that this is problematic for small businesses because think about it, who's going to put their name or the defining characteristics in that? It's going to be the small businesses. So big companies, they're going to go to the federal level and help mitigate that.
All right.
Yeah, I think there's those are excellent points, and I think there's 2 additional points, which is that in an online economy, which online is a significant portion of any business these days, it becomes more and more important because in order to lodge takedown notices and things like that, you have to have a registration number. So many businesses resort to the state trademark registry, whereas they wouldn't have before because they wouldn't have had a need for it. And then the second thing, too, is that many small businesses are unfairly bearing the brunt of this because, like Senator Huizenga said, large businesses are able to have options. They can even, respond to the rejection. But a small business like the Rochester Brunch House or other small businesses, Cepino Pizzeria, for example, might not be able to have the money or resources to be able to do that. So there are workarounds, to this language to overcoming those rejections, but
Onerous hurdles.
Exactly. They don't get to the root of the problem, which is this language in the bill.
Okay, I grasped it. Sounds good to me.
Thank you.
Senator Zorn?
Thank you for coming today. We understand that this is for businesses and small businesses, but can also civic organizations, nonprofits utilize the same procedure?
Absolutely. Actually, under the current law and then also under the Senate bill as proposed, an applicant is defined to mean a person filing an application, and person has all the usual meaning it could be a nonprofit, it could be a community organization, it could be an individual, it could be a joint development corp, it could be whatever Michigan recognizes as person.
Thank you.
Senator Tice?
Thank you for bringing this forward. I agree. It does seem kind of like a no-brainer, but I'm curious, do we have any idea how many conflicts this is going to create for similarly named trademarks?
Existing marks? Mm-hmm. I don't believe it'll create any.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you. Good discussion. A little fun. A little different. So. I like this one. I wait long enough, so. Senator Vanderwall.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Does this also apply to trademarked logos for a company by chance?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, logos are a little different because the logo is not in the company name, and so there's a significantly lower chance that the application will be rejected because the state would consider the logo to be a distinct element in terms of the overlap between the trademark and the company name, but there's still a risk of rejection.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Any further cards?
Amanda Fisher with NFIB supports the bill. Leah Robinson with Michigan Chamber supports the bill. Mac Jones with Laura is neutral on the bill. Alexa Kramer with Small Business Association Michigan supports the bill. Nate Henschel with Grand Rapids Chamber supports the bill.
I'll entertain a motion to report Senate Bill 1035 to the floor with recommendation the bill pass. So moved by Senator Tice. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Nesbitt?
Yes.
Senator Tice?
Yes.
Senator Johnson? Yes. Senator Lowers? Yes. Senator Vanderwall? Yes. Senator Zorn? Senator Heisinger? Senator Moss?
Yes.
Senator Palanky? Senator Voino? Yes. Mr. Chair, there are 9 yeas and 0 nays. The bill is reported.
9 yeas, 0 nays. The bill is reported. I'll move for immediate effect. Hearing no objection, immediate effect is recommended. Next up is House Bills we discussed last time, House Bills 4030 and 4498. Plan to report those out. Is there any further cards on those? No further cards. I'll entertain a motion to report House Bill 4030 to the floor. With the recommendation the bill pass, so moved by Senator Tice. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Nesbitt?
Yes.
Senator Tice? Yes. Senator Johnson? Senator Lowers? Yes. Senator Vanderwall?
Yes.
Senator Zorn? Yes. Senator Heisinger? Yes. Senator Moss?
No.
Senator Palanky? Senator Voino? No. Mr. Chair, there are 7 yeas, 2 nays. The bill is reported.
Those reported. 7 yeas, 2 nays. I'll entertain a motion to report House Bill 4498 to the floor with recommendation the bill pass. So moved by Senator Tice. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Nesbitt?
Yes.
Senator Tice? Yes. Senator Johnson? Senator Lowers? Yes. Senator Vanderwall?
Yes.
Senator Zorn? Yes. Senator Heisinger? Yes. Senator Moss?
No.
Senator Palanky? Senator Voino? No. Mr. Chair, there are 7 yeas, 2 nays. The bill is reported.
7 yeas, 2 nays. The bill is reported. So next up, we report House Bills 5695, 5696, and 5726 brought to us by Representative Wenzel and Company. Any further cards? Mr. Love, is this what you wanted to testify on, or is there? Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. We took testimony on it last week, so, any other cards? Okay. I'll entertain the motion to report House Bill 5695 to the floor with recommendation the bill pass. So moved by Senator Lowers. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Nesbitt?
Yes.
Senator Tice? Yes. Senator Johnson? Yes. Senator Lowers? Yes. Senator Vanderwall?
Yes.
Senator Zorn? Yes. Senator Heisinger? Yes. Senator Moss?
Yes.
Senator Palanky? Senator Voino? Yes. Mr. Chair, there are 8 yeas, 0 nays, and 1 pass. The bill is reported.
8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 pass. I'll move for immediate effect. Hearing no objection, immediate effect is recommended. I'll entertain a motion to report House Bill 5696 to the floor with recommendation the bill pass. So moved by Senator Lowers. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Nesbitt?
Yes.
Senator Tice? Yes. Senator Johnson? Senator Lowers? Yes. Senator Vanderwall?
Yes.
Senator Zorn? Yes. Senator Heisinger?
Yes.
Senator Moss?
Yes.
Senator Palanky? Senator Voino? Yes. Mr. Chair, there are 8 yeas, 0 nays, and 1 pass. The bill is reported.
8 yeas, 0 nays, and 1 pass. The bill is reported. I'll move for immediate effect. Hearing no objection, immediate effect is recommended. Next up, I'll entertain a motion to report House Bill 5726 to the floor with recommendation the bill pass. So moved by Senator Lowers. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Nesbitt?
Yes.
Senator Tice? Senator Johnson? Senator Lowers? Senator Vanderwall?
Yes.
Senator Zorn? Senator Heisinger? Senator Moss?
Yes.
Senator Palanky? Senator Voino? Yes. Mr. Chair, there are 8 yeas, 0 nays, and 1 pass. The bill is reported.
8 yeas, 0 nays, 1 pass. The bill is reported. I'll move for immediate effect. Hearing no objection, immediate effect is recommended. Next up, we have Representative Slaws, Bill. You know those Dutch names. Is he Dutch? Represents Holland, I would think. So we'll report House Bills 4494 and 4495 brought to us by Representative Law. Any further cards?
Not on this, sir.
Yep. Any other questions? I'll entertain a motion to report House Bill 4494 to the floor with recommendation the bill pass. So moved by Senator Vanderwall. Will Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Nesbitt?
Yes.
Senator Tice? Senator Johnson? Senator Lowers? Senator Vanderwall? Senator Zorn? Senator Heisinger? Senator Moss?
No.
Senator Palanky? Senator Bueno? No. Mr. Chair, there are 7 yeas, 2 nays. The bill is reported.
7 yeas, 2 nays, the bill is reported. I'll move for immediate effect. Hearing no objection, immediate effect is recommended. I'll entertain a motion to report House Bill 4495 to the floor with recommendation the bill pass. So moved by Senator Heisinger. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Nesbitt?
Yes.
Senator Tice?
Yes.
Senator Johnson? Senator Lowers? Senator Vanderwall? Senator Zorn? Senator Heisinger? Senator Moss?
No.
Senator Palanky? Senator Bueno? No. Mr. Chair, there are 7 yeas, 2 nays. The bill is reported.
7 yeas, 2 nays, the bill is reported. I'll move for immediate effect. Hearing no objection, immediate effect is recommended. Anything else? Questions, comments? Seeing no further business before the Senate committee. Am I good? Senate? Yep, we did that at the beginning. The Senate Committee on Regulatory Reform is now adjourned.